Hey guys, AngryMonkey here. I'm using a different camera, so if you see some random switch between this quality and better quality and then back to not as good quality, my camera has to be repaired, so I'm using a backup camera, and I don't know how this camera works, and for some reason it's making this extra yellow. So I just apologize in advance for that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm not going to have that camera for a little bit, maybe February. Hopefully, we'll have my normal camera again. If not, anyway, yeah. Another Retro Game Treasure unboxing video. For those who are new to the channel and you're wondering what is Retro Game Treasure, this is a video game subscription service that sends you 3 to 5 games to your house every month to add to your personal collection. This is not a rental service. You get to keep these games. And these games are on a wide variety of different consoles, whether you want to go old school with Atari or Intellivision, or if you want to go to almost the current console. I say almost. So anyway, you can choose, like I said, Atari and Intellivision, all the Nintendo consoles, all the way up to the Wii, so NES, Super Nintendo, 64, GameCube, and Wii, as well as the portable Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS. You have Sega stuff, Master System, Genesis, CD, Dreamcast, and Game Gear. Notice I did not say Saturn. For some reason, Saturn is not one that they offer, and don't expect Dreamcast or Sega CD. I have gotten one of each of those in the past, but those games are just very expensive, so yeah, you're not going to get those in your box. You can also get PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4, as well as PSP, as well as original Xbox 360 and Xbox One. So how this works, you go on the website, you fill out a survey, and also fill out a couple other things that I highly recommend, and that would be the checklist and the wish list. So on the wish list, as the name implies, it's games that you're looking for, games you'd love to get in your box. It's not guaranteed to get them in your box, but the more wish list items you have, the more likely you are to get one in your box. I've pretty much consistently gotten one for the last, 2 years. Sometimes maybe even 2 wishlist games in a box if they're cheap enough. And, I mean, yeah, you can go ahead and put Earthbound on there if you want, but, yeah, don't expect a $350 game in your $35, $40 box. But if you just got Super Nintendo and you're like, hey, I'd love to get Mario World, or, I don't know, a cheap game, or a common game, yeah, you could probably get that in your box. Just don't expect the higher end stuff. Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe you will find Earthbound in your box. I doubt it, but you never know. I got Earthbound on my wish list just because it doesn't hurt to have that on there. The other important thing is the checklist. If you're somebody like me that has over 1,000 games or something, you're wondering, how do I avoid getting duplicates in my box? You would avoid those duplicates by filling out the checklist feature, and you got to make sure you check off all versions of that game, because if you got Star Wars Battlefront on PS2, you got to check off that you have both the Black Label and the Red Label Greatest Hits, because those are classified as 2 different games. And I would also recommend in that case to go over to Original Xbox and check off that you have it on Original Xbox as well. Now, some people might want a full PS2 and a full Xbox collection. Some people might be fine with having a full Black Label and a full Red Label PS2 collection. That's not for me. I have it on PS2. Yes, it's a Red Label Greatest Hits. I am fine with that. It plays just fine on my PS2, and I'm happy with that. People have their different collection things, though. That's just, take it from me, personal experience. Check off all versions of that game, because chances are you don't want to get a game multiple times. So anyway, how this works, you go on the website, fill out the survey, and on that survey you would check off what genres of games that you like, and obviously don't check what you don't like. So a lot of other services, you might get those pesky sports games. Well, in Retro Game Treasure, unless you say that you want sports games, you will not get sports games. Although I did get one Atari sports game, but I'm actually kind of okay with that, because the Atari sports games are kind of simple, and for that I kind of like them. But yeah, I don't get like Madden games in my box or whatever because I'm like, yeah, don't give me sports games. I don't want that. Yeah, so check off what you like, leave off what you don't like. So check off that you like platformers or shooters or RPGs, sports if you're into that. Yeah, so many different genres that you can choose from. Like I said, check off what you like, leave off what you don't like. There's also a subcategory of like styles or themes, like Pokemon themed or based type games, or Disney type of games, or NASCAR, wrestling. I don't know. There's like the subcategory that can help like classify and help define your style, your taste even more. So that's also pretty important. You can also check off, like I said, all the consoles. You can check off if you like getting import games or demo disc, or if you have a Super Scope or a Nintendo Zapper. If you're fine with getting kids games or rated M games. Like, there's so many different ways to classify and customize this box to be unique to you. Like I said in another video, this box is very likely not going to be the same as Jim Bob's down the street. I mean, who knows? Maybe me and Jim Bob have the exact same taste in video games and we got pretty much the same box, but I doubt that. And if Jim Bob does exist and has the same taste in games as I do, that lives really close to me, well, Jim Bob, you need to come down here and be on the channel or something, please. Anyway, yeah. So, I guess we should get started. I think I covered everything. Alright. So, this box feels a little like top heavy or side heavy, front heavy. I don't know. It feels like it's doing this. It's like it's leaning forward. Now, last week we had a different box than what I normally get, because normally I get an Atari game, a PS4 game, and an Xbox One game. And last week, well, I think I still got an Atari game, but I got a 64 game and 2 Xbox 360 games, so that was a little unusual. It was kind of refreshing, actually, to get something different than what I normally get. So anyway, I cut open the box. We're going to have the box face backwards, so that way we don't get spoilers of what the next game is when I pull the first game out. And as always, we have our Air Defender lights from DiscountAirPillows.com, where pillows are inflated, not prices. Both these are in great shape. These guys are our monthly heroes to make sure that the games in our box are safe and sound. So everybody, I want you to salute these guys. These are our heroes. Alright. So, an Xbox One game, an Xbox One game, I guess a PS4 game, and one that is the full length of the box, so either original Xbox 360 or PS2, probably a 360 game. So this is probably going to be an Xbox heavy box. Alright, so first up we got Werewolf the Apocalypse. Dude, I got an Xbox Series X game. I got a current gen in my RetroGameTreasure. That is hilarious. Yeah, so this game came out in 2021. This game is actually pretty new. It's not in the best shape. It looks like there's a bite taken out there or something. I mean, the game I'm sure is clean. Just the case. You would think that for a game that's not even 5 years old to not have these random pinholes there. Weird. Wolf, human, and werewolf, 3 forms, 1 hero. The earth is dying and only you can save it. Sure. Alright. It's so weird to get an Xbox Series X game in my RetroGameTreasure box. That is hilarious. Yeah, it's 2025, and I got a current gen, not even 4-year-old game. That's funny. I mean, it says Xbox One, but it says Series X on it. That's funny. All right. We also got Monster Energy Supercross 2, the official video game, Day 1 edition. All right. Has the customization pack thing there. Okay. Typical racing game with motocross. Came out in 2019. Okay. This one, like I said, is probably PS4. I was right. Killzone Shadowfall. Ooh, gotta fix that. Okay. Don't worry, everything's cool. Do I have this? I could have sworn I already had all the Killzone games. Anyway, this came out in 2013, so this is really early PS4. Like that, I'm not gonna say launch title, but pretty close to launch title. I'm gonna check Killzone real quick, just to be on the safe side. Oh, look at that. I have it. Got it from GameStop. 2018, apparently. Well, I don't know what's going on with my case. With like weird grossness on it. But that's kind of disappointing. I already have that. I thought I did. Alright. Well, that's why I always say to keep up with your checklist. You got to make sure that it's up to date, because, yeah, I got that. Alright, and I feel one more game in here, and I got to tip the whole thing over, and you almost saw my address. This is stuck. There we go. Alright. I haven't looked at it yet, so I don't know what it is. We got Splinter Cell Conviction on Xbox 360. Complete in box. Yeah, just looks good. And this game came out. Oh, I should probably fix the sleeve. Okay, so this game came out in 2009. I was in high school when this game came out. This case, it feels weird. Like the color just seems off. Yeah. So like, okay, so here's my Halo 3. You can see the coloring is a little off and is a little bit more transparent. It's kind of hard to tell here. The coloring just looks different. Huh. Weird. So anyway, that is what I got in this month's Retro Game Treasure. If you haven't yet, you can use my referral code in the description below, which if I refer 3 people, I get a free box, which I've never had happen before, but I think that'd be kind of cool to have happen once. But if not, well, I can still refer you to it, be like, hey guys, you can get some retro games for your personal collection. Like I said, I got 4 games here. I mean, 2 of them are pretty cool. This one's probably okay. I've never heard of this one, so can't really say. But I mean, yeah, Killzone, Splinter Cell, that's pretty cool. I've gotten Nintendo stuff in some boxes as well. Like, I know I got, like, some Japanese GameCube games. I've gotten some 64 games. Yeah, like there's no limit to the types of games you get in your box, which is why RGT is pretty cool. I like RGT a lot more than Video Games Monthly because you don't seem to get as much shovelware through RetroGameTreasure as you do on Video Games Monthly. I'm sure I've gotten some shovelware in the last 5 years, or almost 5 years. No, jeez, 6 years, almost 6 years. Yeah, wow. Anyway, I am rambling on at this point, and I have a lot more to show you guys, so let's clear off this table and go over the other games that I got in the end of December going into January. I got some pretty cool stuff I'm excited to show off, so stick around for that. Okay, so I have a small group of things here. Some of these are Christmas presents, some of these are things that I got either right before or right after Christmas, but since the Retro Game Treasure December video, yeah, let's just jump into it. So first up I want to show off is the Atari Flashback Classics, which is 150 games on one cart. So this is similar to what I have on PS4, where I have 50 games in Volume 1 and then another 50 games in Volume 2. And there's also Volume 3 that I just don't have because I don't know if they just didn't make a lot of copies of Volume 3 or what the deal is. But I believe this is all 3 volumes on one collection on the Switch, which is really nice because let's just say you want to play some games, but you're like, oh wait, no, now I got to bounce over to this one, now I got to bounce over to the other one to play the games, which is really annoying. So now I don't have that issue because all 150 games are on one card on the Switch. The next one I want to show off, this is also something I got for Christmas, was Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. So this is Advance Wars 1 and 2 that were originally on the Game Boy Advance back in the early 2000s, re-released and remastered on the Switch. Now, when I had this on my wish list, I didn't have Advance Wars 2 yet, but I have all 4 games now. I do hope they come back and do 3 and 4 as well, because 4 is the first one that I got. So there's a little bit of nostalgia to it. I remember that when they first released this game, it kept getting pushed back because of the war in Ukraine just started, so Nintendo didn't want to support a war or something. I don't know. But I'm glad that it finally got released. So anyway, that was another Christmas thing. I had to wait for this one because it was coming from Japan, but what's weird about that is it had a United Kingdom label on it. So it went from the UK to Japan to America, which is really weird. And unfortunately I found out that I already had this game. But Ratchet & Clank, great game, great series. So excited to have that in my collection. And I've got an import just to spice things up a little bit. But anyway, that's pretty cool. Now, this is something that I actually bought for myself, and it came like 2 days, 3 days, whatever, before Christmas, and I'm like, you know what, let's put it under the tree, more things to unwrap. I've had this on my Amazon cart for many months, almost a year before I finally got it, is the Retron 5 3-in-1 adapter. So I put this on my wish list the same day that I got my Retron 5, or when I bought it or whatever on Amazon. And the Retron 5 is great. I mean, it's got so many things, but this enhances it even more. This adapter allows you to play Master System card, and Game Gear games on the Retron 5, which I mostly got because of Game Gear. So now I can play Game Gear games on the TV, which means I can record them for the channel, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, guys, if there's a Game Gear game that you want to see played on the channel, I can do it now. So that pretty much is all the Christmas stuff And then here's a few items I got, like, between Christmas and New Year's. In fact, like I said, this came New Year's Eve. So, it came a little late, but like I said, had to go through customs and that mess. Anyway, I got this at GameStop in December. Roller Coaster Tycoon Adventures. I learned I have this on PS5 already, so this is technically a duplicate, unfortunately. But I'm also like, you know what? I'm okay with that, because if this was 11-year-old me playing Roller Coaster Tycoon in the car, that would have been like amazing. I wouldn't have been able to wrap my mind around that, because the original Roller Coaster Tycoon I played all the time on the computer, and so telling 11-year-old me, oh yeah, you can play this in the car. What? Really? Yeah, and it's got better graphics and more stuff than the PC version, but obviously that makes sense because the PC version came out, what, like 2001, 2002 or something, and what, this was 2018? Yeah, huge difference. But anyway, yeah, that's really exciting. Wait, 2018? So how is it on PS5? Oh, because this is deluxe. Okay, that's why. The deluxe version came out in 2023, by the way. Another game that I was excited to pick up. This was on my wish list for a while. It's in pretty good shape. Just a little bit of sticky grossness here. But I got a Super Nintendo game, as you can see. What did I get? Illusion of Gaia, which I've never played. But it looks really cool. And this cart, outside of a couple weird little things there, is in really good shape. A fun-looking action RPG that I've never played, but the gameplay there looks like it's pretty fun. Got Subnautica. I've got the second one already, but now I've got the first one, so that's pretty cool. Just diving in the water on some alien planet or something. I don't really know what the game's all about, but looks pretty. So yeah, pick that up. And then the last one, not really saving the best for last year. I mean, this could be somebody's favorite game, but this was just kind of the stack. I also got this at the same place, was Ty 2, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue. I got the first one, 2022, so now I got the second one. It's pretty good shape, complete in box. So yeah, I got these three together, and then I got this the same day, and then, like I said, all those are Christmas presents. So, yeah, I mean, not like a crazy pickup here, but I'm still excited, especially excited. Camera decided to drop on me. There we go. Yeah, I'm especially excited for this. But yeah, I got a lot of great stuff here, so as always, if there's something that you want to see played on the channel, let me know, and I'll put that on the wish list. Yeah. I don't know if this is the end of the video. If it is, well, here is the end of video segment. If there's more, then, well, there we go. There's more. Okay, so a couple more pickups that I got. This was from Half Price Books. I got Legend of Legaia. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. Seems to be in really good shape. It's complete in box, as you can see there. There's the disc. And, yeah, I mean, like, the disc is, like, no scratch whatsoever. It's in really good shape. And, like I said, I mean, like, even the case itself, I mean, there might be, yeah, there's, like, it's still in really good shape, though. I've never heard of this game before. But, I mean, when you see a PlayStation RPG, you gotta get it. And, I mean, it was kind of free. It was a case of I bought food, so in return, they bought me that. So, that's pretty cool. I also picked up from GameStop, I got a couple games there. For the Xbox One, I got BioShock the Collection. So this is the full trilogy, which I do have. I do have the full trilogy on Xbox 360, because I've had this since high school. Then I did get BioShock 2. Wow, that was... Oh man, that's an old GameStop sticker. Look at that. Look at that one. Yeah. And then I got that, BioShock Infinite. So this has the entire trilogy, but the reason why I picked this up is because it includes all of the DLC. It says the collection contains all single-player content from BioShock, BioShock 2, BioShock Infinite, all single-player add-on content, the Columbia's Finest Pack, and Director's Commentary, Imagining BioShock, featuring Ken Levine and Sean Robertson. So I got that because it includes not only all this stuff, but it includes the DLC that I never got a chance to play. Now, I have played and beaten the first two. I didn't get too terribly far in Infinite, and I don't know why. I mean, Infinite was still good. I mean, do I like Infinite more than 2? I'm not sure, but I still enjoyed the atmosphere of Infinite. But anyway, yeah, I got the full collection with the DLC, and that's the reason why I picked that up. And I'm sure it's probably a little bit remastered or something. I don't know. But anyway, BioShock, I don't know if I'd rank it as one of my favorite games, but I still like the series a lot. So I was excited to pick that up. And yeah, a Wii game at GameStop. WarioWare Smooth Moves for the original Wii. I mean, there's like a slight bit of damage there, but I mean, overall, it's in really good shape. Register your software. It has the manual. Yeah, there were a couple... There was the name Ernst written on this, so thank you, Ernst. I got your copy of WarioWare Smooth Moves. There was also Mario Strikers, I think I saw on Wii at the same GameStop, also by Ernst. So Ernst has good taste in Wii games, but I already got Mario Strikers on the Wii, but I didn't have that, so I went ahead and picked that up. And the last thing that I got at GameStop, I kind of always wanted one of these ever since Fallout 76 came out. I mean, this says Fallout 24, so I don't really know exactly what Fallout 24 is. But I got the little plastic army men. And I know that some of these came in the Fallout 76 Deluxe version, which I remember I pre-ordered Fallout 76 until I learned that it was just online only, and I'm like, I don't care about that. But I mean, Fallout 3 is definitely in my top 10 video games of all time. So anything Fallout related that I see, I gotta pick that up, just because Fallout games are so good. And these plastic army men are pretty interesting. Now, the thing that also caught my eye, it says set 2 of 3. So those that know a little bit more about these than me, is there a set 1 of 3? Is there a set 3 of 3? Or does it all say 2 of 3? I'm assuming that there's 2 other bags. But anyway, I picked that up. So that was a few more games that I got. And something else I want to show off is... so I expanded the anime shelf because... I'm trying to think on how it was. The Xbox... Yeah, the Xbox stuff was here. Xbox One, and then Series X, and then PS5, and then PSP, which was also just kind of scattered, like, just laying throughout. And I'm like, man, I need to figure out something, because my anime ran out, as you can see. It is there now. So I'm like, yeah, I need to do something. So... for you longtime viewers, I want you guys to think back to 2020. No, not that part of 2020. Specifically on my channel back in 2020. You guys probably don't remember because I didn't have too many viewers and subscribers back in 2020. But what I'm getting at is this shelf. If you guys remember, I had my Xbox 360 and PS1 games on this shelf back in 2020. So I pulled that out of storage to put my PSP, Xbox One, and Series X. Thank you, Freddie. You're doing a great job guarding my games there. So that was another just little change to the Monkey Cave, is having also room to expand. I've got those like that. So there's a little bit of room to expand between Xbox One and Series X, and I've got a little bit of room here to expand on PSP. One more thing that I want to show you guys. I got something big, and it's so big that I'm going to have to dedicate an entire video to fully show it off. So this is more or less a teaser of this big thing that I got. I've wanted one of these for a while, like years, and I found a really good deal on Facebook Marketplace. So I'll just show a little teaser, and stay tuned for the big reveal. Pop quiz. The very first commercialized video game console ever made for the home consumer. It came out all the way back in 1972. The Magnavox Odyssey. Stay tuned for a big unboxing and exploring a first-gen 1972 Magnavox Odyssey. I'll catch you guys next time. But before you go, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when another video comes out. Especially this. This will be coming out hopefully in a day or two after this video. And like I said, we'll dive into unboxing a near complete Odyssey and the story about that. So yeah, you don't want to miss that, so definitely subscribe. Also, I have a Facebook page where I post these videos on there. Just another way to interact with you guys, and just another place to advertise my videos. I mean, all it is just going to link you back to YouTube, but whatever. I also have an Instagram where you can follow me on there, and I'll post some cool stuff on there. Like maybe I'll share a couple pictures of the Odyssey when I get around to remembering the fact that I have an Instagram, that I don't post anything to it. But it's a thing, so follow me on Instagram for some cool video game related stuff. And most importantly, I have a Discord where you can join me on Discord, where we talk about video games, anime, Pokemon, post memes, talk about nostalgia, a lot of great stuff like that. So if that interests you, just say, I want to join your Discord. I'll send you an invite, and we can have fun, hang out, nerd out. Yeah, it's a good time. Small community, but it's a fun time on there. And yeah, I think that's all I really have to say. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe. You don't want to miss this.